Take a deep breath. I am the Lord, and I am speaking to you now. Do not look down. Do not let your mind wander. Do not allow anything to distract you from this moment. I chose this time to speak straight to your heart. You did not arrive here by chance. It is my will that your life meets this moment. I have seen how long you have waited for an answer, and that is why I ask you not to leave. Do not walk away before the final word is spoken. Every second you remain here is part of what heaven prepared for you. I know the quiet places inside you, the parts no one else has touched, but which are fully open to me. I step into those places now and relight the sparks that time tried to put out. I breathe life again into what you thought was gone, reminding you that purpose is still written over you. It was never erased. Your story did not stop in the season of pain. What people call delay is simply my timing working perfectly. I am not limited by human clocks. I move at the exact right moment. While others looked at you and saw nothing happening, I was turning unseen wheels for your good. The prayers you believed were ignored were heard, and today the answer comes as my presence with you. My voice now breaks the silence that pressed on you and opens a new season. That is why I say again, stay. Do not run. Do not question. I am shaping something with you that is greater than what you imagined. You tried to understand many things, yet nothing filled the empty space inside you. I alone know where it truly hurts, and I alone can heal it from the inside. What looked forgotten, I now bring before me with care. Do not look back thinking you wasted time. I use the quiet, the waiting, even the moments when you felt discouraged, to lead you exactly where you are now. This moment is proof of my love. I know the wounds you hid, the tears you held back, the nights when your body wanted to stop, but I also know the strength you carried when no one noticed. And because of that, today I speak this truth over you. You are not alone. You never were. I held you up through every step, and now I take your hand where you can see it. Nothing can stop what I have already started to pour out in this moment. Listen carefully. This calling is not a passing feeling, it is the clear sign of my spirit touching the deepest part of you. I want you to sense the weight of my presence settling within you. These are not just spoken lines. This is my living presence reaching you now. Do not brush this aside. This is a turning point in your story. From this moment forward, change begins, because when I speak, my words always accomplish what I send them to do. I steady your thoughts so you can see clearly again. I calm your heart so it can rest, and I restore your soul so it can trust once more. I lift your head so you no longer move forward bent under yesterday's weight. I raise you because you are loved, chosen, and guarded by me, and no one can strip that away. What I speak fixes your identity firmly in me. And as you hear my voice, choose within yourself to stay. Those who stay through the process will gather the fruit of what was promised. This is the mark I place on your life right now. Let this video become an altar for you, a meeting place where your faith meets my perfect timing. Wait in faith. I remain until the end, Lord. This is not empty speech, it is surrender. It is the key that opens what I am releasing. When you speak your choice to remain before heaven, I step into your struggles and fight on your behalf. Do not take lightly the power of what you have spoken with your mouth. Lift your eyes. My child, the heavens are not quiet. I speak, I move, I act. Nothing can stop what I have begun. You are standing at the point where human strength ends and my help steps in. This is no longer about what you can do, it is about my faithfulness. Take a deep breath, because I am changing the atmosphere around you. And just as I began by telling you not to run, I say it again. Stay. Do not walk away. Do not give up. Do not allow distraction to steal this moment. I will continue to reveal what I saw in your hidden places, because every detail of your life is known to me. This is only the start of something beyond what you imagined, and those who remain until the end will witness the fullness of what I have prepared. I am the Lord, and I tell you clearly nothing you have lived through was wasted. I saw you shut the door of your room so no one would see how heavy your heart felt. I saw the quiet tears soak into your pillow, tears that never had a chance to be noticed. I saw you hold your home together while inside you were falling apart. I saw you dry the tears of others while a hollow space grew within you. And I say this with truth, nothing you did out of love escaped my eyes. I was there when you thought no one saw your effort. I stood close when you believed your devotion meant nothing. Every small act, every sacrifice, every care you gave while your own heart ached, I wrote it down in my book of memory. Not one drop of your sweat was ignored. Not one tear slipped past me. So I now declare this: the season of return has arrived. Honor, healing, and direction are being released over your life. The love you gave without praise will come back to you twice over, not only as comfort, but as clear and visible favor. The days of being unseen stop here. You thought you were overlooked, but you were being tested. My silence was never neglected, with a quiet space between disorder and the miracle I was preparing. I allowed the still moments to prepare the ground, to clear away what was harming you, to bring the right times and places together. The silence that wounded your heart was actually the space between a painful season and the strong miracle that is already moving toward you. I am the Lord who writes fresh chapters with mercy, and now your story rests in my hands. Every time you felt you had reached your limit, I was carrying the weight for you. Every time you thought your voice had no power, I was turning your cries into echoes in heaven. What felt like short moments of being left alone were actually sacred times when I was laying unseen foundations beneath your life. You looked at the clock of this world and thought everything was late, but my time does not follow human rules. My timing is exact and it never fails. And now I tell you this: I unlocked the storehouse of heaven that held promises saved for this very day. I bring forward what many believed was already gone. Shaped by eternity, these promises are placed into your hands, not so you can prove yourself to anyone, but so your life can show that I am the God who remembers. What you planted with tears, you will now gather with psalms of joy. There will be no more question about whether my word is true, because your life will be the place where my promise comes alive. I honor you not because you never fell, but because you remained standing even when you were hurt. I honor those who believe before they see, and you believed. Even when doubts surrounded you, you chose not to let go of your faith. I saw that choice, and now I answer it with double honor. The harsh words spoken over you will fade in the light of what I am releasing. Those who said nothing would change will watch with their own eyes as the promise comes to pass. I know the talks you never spoke aloud, the prayers you whispered only in your thoughts, the pain you hid so others would not worry. I kept every detail. Nothing slipped away. What you thought was small, I turned into seed. And now the time of gathering has arrived. Do not be afraid if what I place before you feels too great. This will not happen by your strength, it will happen by my power. Your role is to receive. Those who believed they came too late will now see they arrived at the right moment. They were not forgotten, they were kept safe. They were not pushed aside, they were set apart. And what felt like silence was actually the right time for the answer to come fully, not in pieces. Today I speak this over you. You will no longer live as if unseen. I bring you into the center of my purpose. Your steps are steady like stone. Your voice will be heard because it carries what comes from me. The places where you were once overlooked will now recognize you not for pride, but for the fulfillment of my plan. This is the moment when I return what was kept hidden. What you planted when no one was watching will now grow in the open. The quiet care you showed will become a clear testimony of healing and restoration. What you saved for me, I now bring into view where you can touch it and see it. I am the God who remembers, the God who honors, the God who turns tears into rich harvests. Share this message with someone who needs a sign today. Just as it reached you, it must also reach others who are still waiting. When you share, what I give you grows even more. Do not keep to yourself what was meant to bring change. And as you share, ready your heart, because what is coming is more than comfort. It is action. What I place in your life is not only ease, it is full change. What looked impossible to fix will be rebuilt before you. What you believed was gone forever will return in double measure. The quiet season has ended. Heaven is moving. I am the Lord, and I speak this over you. What I release today is not a passing feeling, it is real action. It is not only a gentle word for a tired heart, but a strong miracle that shifts the base of your life, renews the ground under your steps, and opens roads that until yesterday seemed closed. I did not come only to ease old pain, I came to heal at the root, to pull out what hurt, and to plant life where death once stood. The doors people said would never open now move when I speak. What humans called shut, I open by my eternal word. Strong gates do not stand against my breath. The chains made of harmful words lose their hold when I speak. What was named failure will become victory, because I am the God who brings into being what did not exist and turns death words into living stories. Remember the judgments you heard, words that felt like a heavy sentence, forecasts that sounded final, reports that drained your hope. Today those voices are silenced because my word is stronger. What looked like an ending is only a turning point. I can write full stories with a single breath, and today I breathe over your life a wind of change that cannot be undone. Stop fixing your eyes on the broken ground you once stood on. The shaky soil that used to move under your feet is no longer there. I have now set a firm rock beneath your path. You will not live with the fear of slipping anymore. I place you on steady ground, on promises that do not fail, on a purpose that cannot be torn apart. I know you were only hoping for a little comfort, maybe a word to help you endure a few more days. But hear me clearly. I did not come to help you merely survive. I came to open a new season of victory for you. What I give is not short-lived relief, it is a lasting miracle. It is not a cover placed over old damage. It is a full rebuilding. What people believed could never change has now become the place where my power will be seen. Situations once labeled hopeless will turn into clear proof of what I can do when I step in. You will witness doors opening, health reports changing, broken bonds being healed, and dreams once buried rising again with greater strength. While many thought your story had already ended, I was preparing a fresh beginning. While the world saw no answer, I was shaping hidden roads that now appear before you. The shaky ground that carried your doubts has been replaced by the strength of my faithfulness. What I set in place cannot be undone. You became used to asking for small pieces of hope, but I am placing a full table of promises before you. Your heart hoped for a gentle touch of comfort, but I release a strong move of help. What I am doing now is not small, not limited, and not passing. It is a complete work, one that reshapes your present and moves your future forward with clear purpose. I tell you this: do not keep chasing what is behind you. Do not allow yourself to be held captive by what was taken away. I am the God who restores fully. What time seemed to erase, I bring back with new life. What was removed from you will return multiplied, not because you earned it, but because I chose to love you with a love that does not end. And as I place this firm miracle within your life, I seal in your heart the deep knowing that nothing can cancel what is being released now. This is more than a passing feeling. It is my spirit letting you know that one season has closed and a new one has started. You no longer belong to the cycle of weariness and waiting without answers. You have stepped into a time of action and fullness. Take hold of what I place before you. Stand firm on the strong rock beneath you. Move forward without fear, because every step you take is already supported by my word. What once felt weak will now endure. What once shook will now stand firm. My promise does not fail, my word does not change, and my love does not pull back. I set you to live in steady victory. Like this message and subscribe so you can keep receiving what I speak into your daily life. This simple step shows your choice to stay connected to my voice each day. Just as I asked you not to leave before the final word, I want you to keep feeding your faith every day. And now, as this truth settles in you, get ready because I will lead you deeper. I will uncover the roots of the pain you carried quietly. I will show you that nothing was left without an answer. By bringing light to what was once hidden, I will release healing and full freedom. This moment is only the beginning, because my work does not stay on the surface, it reaches deep into your soul. I am the Lord, and I tell you this, I know the weight you carry without speaking. I know every detail of what you never felt safe enough to share. I know the nights when your body rested but your mind could not. I know the moments you hid your pain so others would not worry. I know the times when, even with no strength left, you forced a smile so no one would see the fear growing inside. I was with you each morning when rest escaped you and worries stacked up. I was there when your thoughts kept turning with no way out. I stayed close when you felt your life slipping, when your eyes could not see a future. And hear this clearly, not one of those moments passed without my notice. Every quiet tear was seen before me. Every tired breath was heard. Every hidden struggle was fully known. I know your body. I know the tiredness you tried to push aside. I know the signs you chose not to talk about. I know the reports that frightened you and the aches you treated as if they were nothing. I know the pain you swallowed so you could keep moving, as if you were not allowed to slow down. I know your heart. I know the pressure you carried while taking care of so many people, and I tell you this, you were never alone. I saw the bills that kept you awake. I saw the load of providing for those who depend on you. I saw your worries about the health of those you love. I saw your questions about what tomorrow would bring. And while you felt buried under it all, I was working quietly where you could not see. You thought nothing was moving, but I was already setting answers in place to arrive at the right time. It was not chance that you reached this point. It was not your strength that kept you upright. It was I who supported you when your legs felt weak. It was I who lifted you from the inside when your heart felt close to breaking. It was I who reduced the weight so it would not crush you fully. And now I say this is enough. You will no longer be held back by this load. I remove from you what was never meant for you to carry. I lift from your shoulders the heaviness that stole your rest and drained your strength. I break the unseen ties that kept you tense and always on guard, and I give back the lightness that time and hardship took from you. You will no longer live only to survive, always waiting for the next hit. I place you in a place of victory, not just to stand, but to move forward. I am your place of rest. When others expected you to never fail, I allow you to be human. When you tried to hide your weakness, I already knew it. When you felt you could not go on, I was holding you. Today I tell you, rest in me, because I am strength that never runs dry. I am the firm ground that does not crack. I am the safe place that does not fall apart. Do not fear what is ahead. I am already waiting in your tomorrow. You will no longer carry the concerns of your children, your household, your health, and everyone who relies on you on your own. I am handling every detail for you. What once felt out of reach is now fully within my care. You no longer have to try to hold everything together by yourself. I am the one who holds all creation, and I also hold your life. Today I speak a change over you. The pressure that weighed you down is lifted, and I replace it with peace that goes beyond reason. The tiredness that emptied you is replaced with fresh strength. The fear that once froze you is exchanged for trust in my care. The ground that once felt shaky is now steady under your steps. Raise your hand. Take a breath. I am here with you. You were never meant to live bent under unseen loads. You are called to walk freely. What once strained you will no longer rule you. Now I end the cycles of heaviness and begin cycles of ease. I am your God, your safe place, your strength. Do not be afraid, because I myself am holding you. This is the moment of change, from weight to ease, from trying to control everything to resting in trust. I take you out of constant survival and place you into a place of promise. From today on, every step you take comes with the truth that you are not alone. I go ahead of you, clearing the way. I walk beside you, helping you carry what remains. I stand behind you, guarding what is past. I am the God who surrounds your life completely. Nothing can steal your rest now. The unseen load has been removed. You may even notice your breathing soften, because I breathe my spirit over you and return the peace you lost. I am the Lord, and I say this clearly. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone. Praise from people does not define your value, and their approval does not decide your future. Your life itself will show what my hands are doing. Those who doubted will see it. Those who did not believe will speak of it. No one will be able to deny what I am now bringing to pass in your life. While you searched for signs outside, I had already sealed you with my spirit. You were not overlooked. You were chosen and set aside. You were not made smaller, you were being made ready. Now I raise your authority, not through human effort, but through my word that always accomplishes its purpose. What I speak over you does not rely on your strength or on the choices of others. It rests fully on my lasting decision. With a mark from the Spirit, I confirm your story. What once felt weak now stands strong. What once felt unsure is now settled. My word places an eternal seal over your name. Where doubt once lived, confidence now grows. You will no longer chase approval, because your worth is confirmed from heaven. I myself will show, even to those who doubted, that the promise has arrived. You will not need to explain yourself. You will not need to defend your past. What grows from your life will speak louder than any argument. Your journey will clearly show what my hands have been shaping in quiet places. The season of explaining is finished. The season of showing has begun. Heaven has already moved on your behalf. Help has been sent. Ways are opening, barriers are falling. What once felt locked is now opening through your faith. And this opening starts now, in this very moment, with how you respond. I invite you to speak your belief before heaven, because when faith is spoken, the atmosphere changes. Comment 777. This number stands as a sign that one season ends and another begins. By using it as a statement of faith, you create space for me to move freely. It is not about luck. It is about position. It is like lifting a banner that says, I believe, I receive, I stay. By writing this sign, you move in faith and lock in a spiritual key. This step opens doors that once stayed shut because your heart chooses trust before sight. This kind of faith draws the miracle into your life. While the world waits to see before believing, I tell you this: those who believe first will witness what seems impossible. Believe, my child. Believe. The promise is already complete. Heaven has already answered. What you need right now is to line yourself up with faith. This is the moment when locks open. Everything that felt frozen, blocked, or without direction begins to shift in your favor. Your spoken choice is the key that turns the lock. Your faith is the movement that opens the door. Your trust is the mark that confirms it. Do not be afraid any longer. What I open cannot be closed by anyone. What I seal cannot be canceled. Your life has already been marked by promise, and now the confirmation has arrived. What starts today will not pass away, it will last, because it does not rest on situations. It rests on me. I am the Lord, and I tell you this: what I do in your life is not limited to your thoughts or your heart alone. My work enters your home, moves through your family, and reaches those you no longer knew how to help. I step into emotional places no one else could reach. I enter stories that look broken beyond repair. I touch old memories that still ache in the quiet of strained relationships. Today I declare that I am breaking patterns of pain that have been rooted for years, even across generations. I saw you speak kind words that seemed unheard. I saw you try to bring peace where it did not come easily. I saw you pray quietly, asking only for calm in your home. And I tell you this: none of those prayers were ignored. Today I answer with power beyond the natural. Where there was distance, I prepare reunion. Where there was hurt, I pour healing. Where there was division, I plant unity. I am restoring bonds that once felt lost. Relationships you believed were finished will begin to live again. I am warming what had grown cold. I am placing fresh care over the emotional cracks within your family. What was dry will be refreshed by my presence. What was hard will soften under the touch of my spirit. You thought your children were too far away, but I have already reached them with my care. Even when you do not see it, I am watching over them. I guard your daughters. I guard your sons. I guard those you love from dangers seen and unseen. I turn away dangers you never even saw. I stop traps that were planned against them. I keep them standing, not because of what you can do, but because of my endless love. I am a shield around your home. My angels stand watch over your family. Where darkness tried to come in, I set up walls of light. Where belief felt weak, I light the fire of hope again. Your home is marked as mine. I declare that your family will not be shamed, taken advantage of, or destroyed. I place a wall of protection that no enemy can break through. Listen closely: those fast prayers you whispered in a rush were heard. Those deep breaths and quiet cries that had no words were received. I honor even the prayers you never spoke out loud. Because of them, I am moving things you cannot see for you and for yours. What looked like delay was only preparation. Now the time for answers has arrived. I am the God of families across time. What I do in you flows to your children, reaches your grandchildren, and continues through those who come after. The faith you planted quietly is now starting to grow where it can be seen. The story I bring from your life will become a lasting mark for your family. They will see clearly that you were never alone, that my protection has always been with you. I speak healing over your table. I speak peace into your talks. I speak love where silence once felt heavy. I speak joy where tears once fell. I speak calm where stress once ruled. I am skilled at rebuilding families. I do not only fix, I make new. I do not only patch, I restore fully. Now hold on to this word and do not keep it only for yourself. Share it with someone in your home who needs to feel this covering. Let the same promise you are receiving now reach those around you. Just as my presence wraps around your heart, it will wrap around theirs as well. And get ready, because my work will not stop at your home. What I begin in your family is the start of something greater. The miracle will not stay inside your walls, it will spread into every part of your life. You will watch what once felt impossible become normal. You will see my hand shaping even the smallest details of your daily life. Because I am the God who starts in your heart, moves through your family, and then reaches every part of who you are. I am the Lord, and I tell you this: what many believed could never happen will soon become part of your everyday life. You will not witness only a single miracle that appears and fades away, but you will live in a space where the extraordinary becomes normal. In your home, in your routine, and in situations that once felt ordinary or beyond repair, my hand will be clearly seen. The medical reports that once filled you with fear will change. What science could not explain, I have already settled quietly. You will return to appointments and see surprise on faces, because the results will no longer speak of pain but will point to my healing. What once felt final will disappear before my word, which brings life. I am the God who reaches places no one else can touch, and today I speak this over you. Strength, renewal, and health will become part of your daily walk. The doors that once stayed shut will no longer stand firm. Where you knocked again and found no answer, they will now open at my command. This will not happen through your effort or human struggle, but through the faithfulness of my promise.